Assalamu alaikum. Our today's topic for discussion is a poem after apple picking written by Robert Frost. In today's lesson, we will be discussing the lines from 21 to 42. So let us start. My instep arch not only keeps the egg, it keeps the pressure of a ladder round. I feel the ladder sway as the box bend, and I keep hearing from the cellar bin the rumbling sound of load on load of apples coming in. My instep arch not only keeps the egg, it keeps the pressure of a ladder round. I feel the ladder sway as the box bend, and I keep hearing from the cellar bin the rumbling sound of load and load of apples coming in. Dear students, in these lines, the poet tells about some of the after effects of apple picking. It's not a very easy job. One has to stand on the round step of a ladder for many hours. The result is that the instep of the foot starts panic. Even though the poet is not picking apples anymore, yet the instep of his foot can still feel the pressure of the ladder round. When the ladder rests against the branch, they start swinging because of the weight. Thus, the poet wants to say that apple picking can also be a dangerous job. The poet further says that the laborers carry the apple barrels and empty them in the cellar bin. He can hear the sound of the apples as they are put there. He says that it is a rumbling sound, right? So let me explain it again. Dear students, the poet says that apple picking is not an easy job. One has to face the harshness of the round steps of the ladder while climbing up and down on the ladder for many hours. The instep of the foot starts spinning. Even though the apple picker is at rest, he still feels the pain in his instep when the pressure of his body falls on the ladder while plucking apples. The branches start swinging. The narrator wants to express that apple picking is also a dangerous job. In a dream-like state, he hears the rumbling sound of apples in the barrel when they are being dropped. The narrator thinks that he must have picked a large number of apples during the day. So let's now start from line number 27 to 31. Let me read the text of the poem. For for I have had too much, for I have had too much of apple picking. I am overtired of the great harvest I myself desired. There were 10,000 fruit to touch, cherish in hand, lift down, and not let fall. Let me read it again. For I have had too much of apple picking. I am overtired of the great harvest I myself decided. There were 10,000 fruit to touch, cherish in hand, lift down, and not let fall. Dear students, here poet describes some of the afterthoughts of apple picking. He says that he is very tired from picking so many apples. He had of course desired a big harvest. He has plucked uncountable apples. He had to hold them very carefully in his hands and bring them down. He could not allow them to fall down. This would spoil them. Right? Let me read it again. For I have had too much of apple picking. I am overtired of the great harvest I myself decided. There were 10,000 fruits to touch, cherish in hand, lift down, and not let fall. Dear students, Narrative says that he must have plucked a plenty number of apples during the day. He has wished for a rich harvest of apples, and his wish has been fulfilled. But now he feels tired, as he has done a lot of work. It was the rich harvest, and he had to pick them pick up pick them up carefully in his hand, right? And he had to pick them up carefully in his hand and pluck them down. If he had not cautiously plucked them, they would have been spoiled. Then he had to send them to the cider heap. Now lines 32 to 36. For all, for all that sitteth the earth, for all that sitteth the earth, no matter if not bruised or spiked with stubble, went surely to the cider apple heap, as of no worth, as of no worth. For all that sitteth the earth, no matter if not bruised or spiked with stubble, went surely to the cider apple heap, as of no worth. Bruised here means hurt, here it means a small cut or impression of being hit. Spiked here means pricked. Stubble means here grain endings on the ground. Dear students, here poet says how carefully the apples have to be plucked. How carefully the apples have to be plucked. Care has to be taken that no harm comes to the apples. If they are slightly cut, or if they are pricked by the grain stubble that has been left behind after the harvest, those apples will become useless. They will have to be put on that heap, which will be sent to the factories to be made into cider, that is apple juice. Let me read it again. For all that struck the earth, for all that struck the earth, no matter if not bruised or spiked with stubble, went surely to the cider apple heap, as of no worth, as of no worth. The students, what says that the crop of the apples was very high. The apple picker had plucked uncountable apples. He plucked apples carefully. He knew if the apples are harmed, they become spoiled. If they are slightly cut, they become useless. Right? So let us read lines from 37 to 42 up to the last line. One can see what will trouble. One can see what will trouble. This heap of mine, whatever sleep it is, were he not gone, the woodchuck would say whether it is like his long sleep as I describe it, it's coming on, or just some human sleep, right? The students here perceive that he will sleep and dream because he is dead tired due to the apple picking. He can see what will disturb his sleep after harvest. The woodchuck would see if the poet's sleep is like its own long sleep or a short and disturbed as human sleep. Let me read it again. One can see what will trouble. The sleep of mine, whatever sleep it is, were he not gone, the woodchuck would say whether it is like his long sleep as described it, it's coming on, or just some human sleep. Students here, writer, poet says, due to overwork he is much tired and exhausted. The apple picker finds himself in a state of trance. He feels as if he has he feels as if he has lost control on his mind and the surrounding around him. He is unable to understand whether his sleep is like the sleep of the woodchuck. He feels perhaps it is just the human sleep. Thank you very much.